Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today I thought I'd talk about, as you can tell by the title I should think, I thought I'd talk about my thoughts on the government trying to get car manufacturers to stop making petrol and diesel cars by the year 2040, is it? I totally forgot for a second. It's either 2030 or 2040. Probably 2040. Got to give them some time. So do I think that's a good thing or a bad thing? As someone who loves cars and bikes and anything that uses internal combustion engine, I think it's a good thing. I think it's got to be done, you know, we've got to move on. Cars have been about well over 100 years now, you know, it's about time that they did move on. It'd be nice to see a lot more greener cars on the road for people who are not petrol heads, and then maybe prices of petrol will come down for the people who do like it. Nice move. But yeah, I think that's a good thing. We've got to get rid of, especially diesels, because they're dirty ass things. Everyone thought they were cleaner, but they're not, never have been. They're just cheaper because they use less fuel, even though the fuel actually costs more than petrol. The other thing with that is as well, obviously, fossil fuels ain't going to last forever. We're going to probably pretty much always need something like oil to use for one thing or another. But the amount we're using our millions of cars, because our petrol's made out of oil, the oil that goes in the engine is oil, you know, all comes from crude oil, you know. And I'm pretty sure diesel does as well, it's probably made from oil as well. So we definitely need to at least go on to biofuels for the petrol heads, because at least we can still have internal combustion engines that way. So a lot of manufacturers might go that route, as well as obviously the hybrids and the full electrics for the people who want them. But for the people who really love their internal combustion engines, there's no reason why manufacturers can't come out with a version of biofuel cars as well, so we can still have our noisy cars and bikes, because that's the main thing that put people off, especially petrol heads, off getting electric cars and bikes, is because there's not that raw sound that we love when we accelerate, and not that feeling of excitement and fun from changing manual gearboxes and things. Because usually the electric cars and bikes don't have any gear, just one gear, and you just go 0 to however fast they can go, all in the same gear. So I think that's what will probably happen. And obviously you'll have your classic bikes and stuff which will be, and cars and stuff which will be kept going and stuff like that, so they'll still be around. It's just that luckily for the environment and for the government, there'll be a lot less of them about, because the average user won't mind getting rid of their petrol or diesel car, bike or whatever, and go electric or biofuel. So that's one thing the government hasn't mentioned yet, whether they're like saying, you know, don't even go biofuels and that. But most biofuels, I'm pretty sure, when they use, the only emissions they put out is water, I think. So, you know, that's fine, or very, very minimal bad stuff if there is any. Same with the hydrogen sort of cars, you know, hydrogen cars will just give out water for definite. So I think there'll still always be a internal combustion engine vehicle of some kind around, being made by some manufacturers. But obviously electric cars also are just going to get better and better range and stuff like that, which is the main thing, which is the problem now, because nowadays they are fast, you know, as we all know, they're really fast off the line and stuff, and they're just getting better and better all the time. I think it is about time we got rid of petrol and diesel guzzlers, at least for new ones. Move on to biofuels and electric, mostly electric for the bog standard everyday car. And for the sporty cars, yeah, some electric, but some biofuel, so we've still got our exhaust sounds and things. I don't want fake sounds. Would be interesting to know, but we're not going to know what things will be like in 100 years, 200 years, what sort of figures will be about then. Hopefully they won't ban them totally and we only can use some sort of automated systems on the roads. That'd be horrible, man. Be safe and good for people who don't care, but that would be horrible, man. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna change, gotta change. I don't think that'll be a bad thing. These big companies that do like super bikes and supercars will still be able to do them. They can do electric versions or biofuel versions. I hope that's not going to be banned, you know, because biofuels, that they don't usually, as I've already said, cool crane, give off emissions like petrol and diesel cars, so hopefully that's the way that the manufacturers will start thinking. Right, we'll do our main standard cars all electric, and then our sport cars biofuels or hybrids of biofuel engines and electric motors. And the electric heads and biofuel heads of the future won't really know what they're missing. But some of them still get into the old classics and experience what it was like. And eventually they'll die out anyway, because when we do finally run out of oil and petrol, or there's not enough money in it anymore for anyone to bother getting it out of the ground anymore, all the old classics would have to be converted somehow to run off biofuels or whatever, or some sort of man-made or synthetic or whatever they call that. That'll be a sad day, but we'll be long gone by then, I think. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, you know, we've got to move on. That don't mean that it's the death of the internal combustion engine yet, even for new ones. Hopefully manufacturers will be allowed to and will go that route. Good luck to the people who love their electric. And good luck. Yeah. And it'll be cool to see how that affects the development of newer electric motors and what the cars of the future will be like. I don't think we got to worry yet. We'll still have our awesome bikes and cars for now, with the good old petrol engine. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that subject. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's a good thing that they're going to do it. They got to do it, got to move on, you know. Got to change things, got to save the planet. It's not going to last forever as it is, so we've got to do what we can to change things. I don't think that'll stop global warming as such, because I think that's just a natural process anyway. It's just all these gases and stuff probably is speeding it up, but it's not going to stop it. It's just a natural thing. The world always is warming up and then cooling down, warming up and then cooling down. It always has done and always will do, as long as it survives. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that subject. I'll try and finish this video again. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think below. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. Or just chat some shit in the comment section, that's fine. Have a laugh, talk with some others, talk with me. It's all good. And don't forget to give it that thumbs up to help me out. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video. Laters.
Compadre, black and white and ivory, and black ebony. They can't step to me, weaponry is heavenly. They can't see us in the 313 vicinity. Hey yo, M, ha 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 ha. Ha ha, I come in like ha ha, I'm ill like nah nah. And y'all don't wanna see me cause I'm ill with the skills.